Good morning, in the words of Medea. I am Tylane, and this is Tylane Ducksworth Reviews, and I'm coming to you guys today with a Pisces perspective, Tylane style, in regards to this Nicki Minaj situation, okay? What in the hell is going on? Girl, what is wrong with you? And I want to say everything in this video is alleged. Girl, this is just too much. This lady has been on a rant for last 2 weeks now. It started with Jay, and then it triggered over to Beyonce, and then it has a problem with everybody. You have to realize when your issues are with everybody, then the issue 9 times out of 10 is more than likely you. I gotta give props to Nicki because she is undeniably talented, okay? But girl, that crown has come with some serious consequences. You are a billboard poster board for self-sabotage. Yeah, today we are going to dive into how Nicki, being the only queen for far too long, has had a very negative effect on her, and it appears to have made her more bitter than brilliant. This is insanity. Girl, it's only child syndrome and industry gatekeeping, and you claim that everybody else is gatekeeping. But nobody else has carried themselves the way you. Basically, the whole Young Money. Lil Wayne and his Super Bowl situation. You got Drake out here filing lawsuits over rap beef that he instigated and kept calling for Kendrick. Anyway, Nicki, we all know that you were the only one eating for years as a female rapper. Instead of you lifting others up and imparting some kind of wisdom on all the ladies that came behind you, you slammed the door in their face. You slammed the door behind you, which was slamming the door in their face. This only child syndrome is unreal. It shows up every single time. All y'all gotta do is ask. Let's see, it's a whole list of people. You got Cardi, Meg, Lotto, you got Doge. She even had a little tiff with JT, with the other young lady, Bia, Ice Spice. But you notice Nicki only connect and keep the ones around her that can't meet her here and that do not have the potential to rise above her. And I don't mean no disrespect, but I see she made it a point to be cool with Akbar and with JT. You know, she like to call her girls her sons. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Well, I know what it means. I'm being, yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, this lady has, for number one, you didn't give homage to Lil Kim. Lil Kim first came out talking about her, and I didn't see this till years later. And this no hate. Like I said, Nicki is very talented, and she is a superstar, and she is known worldwide. I didn't find out about Nicki because I was in my own world. I was into my gospel, my R&B, my blues. Honestly, me personally, until the whole situation when Remy got out of prison, that whole Sheetha disc situation, that was my first time finding out. And I was actually living back home in Louisiana before I moved in 2014. So yeah, I still was on old school, like listening to C-Light, just old school, like Poor Georgia Borges, my song, Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, Boosie, Scarface, Tupac. I wasn't really listening to these. Once they started all that, yeah, I said, I can't do that. That wasn't for me, and it wasn't her personally. But it was just the change in the music from what we were listening to in the 90s and the early 2000s. Once that shift switched over to this, when they started doing all that, I said, let me stick to what I know. Anyway, y'all, Nicki, I don't know what's going on with you, but this is just not a good look. And I know she would probably say she don't give a, because that's typically what she does, is screams and holler and call people out of their names and just doing too much. It's just too much. And Nicki, what you fail to realize, you're not going to be remembered for your music. It has gotten to the point now your rants have become forefront. You being angry, you beefing with this person. Nicki, your reign has become more menace than music. Seriously, like, this is out of control. I don't even sit and listen to all of that. I listen to what I needed to put out my content, but I don't have the patience or the time to sit there and listen to this foolishness. This is ridiculous. Somebody needs to actually record you and like play you back in a series. Get your facial expressions, your body language, to play it back for you so you can see exactly how you look and sound. You are a mother, you are married, you are a grown woman with responsibilities. You have the emotional maturity of a 8-year-old. Even if Jay did everything she said they did, it's a better way to go about doing it. Girl, they got people out here unemployed, losing their benefits, losing jobs. You think we really care, allegedly, that Jay-Z owe you 100 to 200 million? Girl, your broke ain't our broke. We don't care. We don't care that Jay-Z was 19. Beyonce was 19 when Jay-Z was 30 or 31. Yeah, we don't care about that. They married now with 3 children. They've been married for probably about a good, 15 years? And he tried to play the black card to try to turn black people against him by saying that he don't hire black people. Lord help. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm not sure exactly when Nicki came out. She had like 4 projects in between 2010 and 2015 before Cardi showed up in 2017. From 2017 to now, it has been a plethora of women. I couldn't fit everybody on here, but these are the people that she has intentionally beef with. The Lottos, the Cardi, the Megs, that she has continuously had full on Twitter and she's had situations with. Basically it was several years. Nicki reigned alone before other rappers started ushering in. And like I said, if she did mingle with them for a minute, it was, to me, just to kind of see, let me see what she giving. And then she realized that, oh, this person has charisma, personality. This girl has the body. Oh, she could actually be that girl. But anybody she felt couldn't be on her level or higher, then that's the ones that she wants to surround herself with. She has to have people under her. It's a control thing. Anyway, y'all, as I was saying, something else I was about to say. Now, when Nicki doesn't have a project, she manufactures headlines. We've all seen it from her Queen Radio meltdowns to Twitter beefs. It's all about staying in the spotlight, even if it's messy. That's not Queen energy. That is chaos, okay? Really quickly, I want to jump into a Queen Radio meltdown when she went off on Joe Budden. So just a second, okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to this together real quick, y'all.
So Nicki Minaj invited Joe Budden and the squad to Queen Radio, and things got really hectic. At one point, Nicki was pretty much calling out Joe Budden for things he said about her. And then I was really impressed how quick she was ready to bring up receipts.
What the you won't do is disrespect me like I'm stupid. Because you know how intelligent and powerful I am, like you said, right? I'm so powerful, right, Joe?
Or because my mother raised me properly.
Oh, so your mother raised you to accuse people of being on drugs when you've never met them a day in your life?
I've never met you?
When we was recording in Webb's studio?
Oh, what do you know? I met you. Holy
Oh, so your mother you to accuse people of being on a drug after you met them one time and never saw them for 10 more years?
So you haven't been
after
on
the BT cipher.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to say this about us as black women because it's one of my pet peeves that I hate for people to say. But when it comes to Nicki, girl, this is classy. At first people was alleging that it was, substances and all that kind of stuff, which I don't know. That's not my business. Allegedly, that's what people were saying it was substances. I believe that it is just your personality. This is classic Nicki. Triggered, combative, and just always needing the spotlight. Like I say, she's always hooping and hollering and yelling and cussing somebody out. It's just too much. All right, y'all, just a second.
That's what your mother raised you to do?
Okay.
That's what your mother raised you to do? Taste of your own motherfucking medicine, You like talking about people and not having nobody responding. You like tearing down people's character when they can't respond. And you like tearing down women when they can't defend themselves. You like tearing down women when you can try to end their career because low key you jealous of their success.
And I just, honestly, like I was saying, you guys, I just believe that this is just her personality. I don't believe it's anything else. I believe that, unfortunately, it's like Nicki carries herself as if she doesn't know that she's Nicki Minaj. Like, girl, you are Nicki Minaj. And I hate to compare her to other people, but you don't see people like Mariah Carey and Beyonce, even people like Jennifer Lopez, commenting to people on the internet, going back and forth with people, going off on everybody. She wants everybody else to know who she is, but it's like she does not realize who she is. Girl, you are Nicki Minaj. You are the queen of rap. She is talented. She can get down with the best of them. But girl, you don't know who you are.
Right? Right? Boom.
Stupid.
I don't care. I don't care.
This is great.
I don't care.
Can I respond?
No, we on to the next.
Girl. Anyway, like I said, it's like, and it seems like everybody that has said things about her, for instance, like Kim, like you can tell, like even people like the older people like Roxanne Shante, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Yo-Yo. I'm not saying that they have an issue with her, but I'm just saying, Kim, you can tell that she has no female camaraderie with any of the women, the ones that were before her or after her. She wants everybody to believe that everybody hating on her and don't nobody like her. No, allegedly, I believe that Nicki Minaj is a mean girl in real life. And ain't nobody got time for that. I believe that you are very egotistical. And by the same token, like I said, you got ego, but you still don't know who you are. You calling people your sons, but then you acting like somebody's son. This is ridiculous. Anyway, and this is all allegedly, again. Something else I'm going to bring up. Anyway, as I was saying, it's like you have made it's just like constantly tearing down anyone who works with people you deem your enemy or that you don't like or you say they're not talented. Blacklisting the folks who dared work with Cardi or Kim, allegedly. I remember my coming out saying that she was, you was trying to telling people not to work with her and messing with her bag behind the scenes. Look at what happened with Megan and even newer artists like Lotto. Like, it's competition as far as y'all, but with you, it's like it's not competition, it's control. It seems like the people that she feels like she can control and have some kind of dominance over, that's who she likes to socialize with. Anybody else that she don't feel like she can control, those are enemies. Like, it really is just too much. Alrighty, you guys, while we're still talking about Nicki Minaj's feud, so 2007 it was Kim. It was the diss tracks, the interviews. 2017 it was her shade and Cardi B on Queen Radio, as well as them getting into it at New York Fashion Week. 2020 it was her and Megan, was cool, then they wasn't, then came the unfollowing. Then 2022, it was the Twitter war and the super freaky girl drama with Lotto. It's just on and on and on. It just never stops. It's just one person after the next, over and over again. Stops. Nicki is like, y'all see how she dominates the room, not with her talent, but with tension. It was like from the beginning of that clip, you could just hear that it started here. It never went down. It just kept going up, and the chaos, just like I was saying a little while ago, classic Nicki behavior. Always on 20, every single time. And then you have the Barbz. They shouldn't be called the Barbz, they should be called the Harassers as a brand name. Like, Nicki's fans aren't just passionate, they are aggressive. If you don't worship her, then they attack you. That's why I say what I said at the beginning of my video. Like, don't come for me, because I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I don't know y'all, y'all don't know me. And the fact y'all go up for people, celebrities are just human beings, just like us. They just happen to do a job that pays them millions of dollars. But they just regular people. And the fact that you have these fans out here they be protecting Nicki in ways they probably even wouldn't protect their own sister, brother, cousin, or nobody in their family. But they will jump out the window for a celebrity. It's crazy. And it's like, it's always an issue. It's like anytime somebody has anything to say about her, they just be critiquing her music or critiquing her behavior, or people just go crazy. Like, I hope that there is some kind of research on this when people started, like, I'm an 80s baby. When we was coming up, it wasn't no Michael Jackson fans, and fans call themselves this name, and MC Hammer them calls it. God, what in the world, what? And everybody want to blame stuff on social media. It's all about how you use anything. Yeah, like I said, it's the fact that people have become emboldened sitting behind a keyboard or sitting behind a phone. The Barbz problem. Nicki rarely ever tells them to stop. I think I may have heard maybe one time she kind of sort of told them to stop with their antics. They are the most toxic fan base. Y'all act like y'all are digital attack dogs on a leash. I'm serious. It's like they just constantly attacking people. And I'm sorry, I pulled up the wrong clip here, so let me go to the clip I actually wanted to show. This clip here. So Nicki, I'm not sure what the oops is about, but this was all that was on it. This person, they not a public figure, so I blurred their name and everything out. But this is on Nicki's page. So this person says, why can't Nicki be normal and stop beefing online? So then somebody else responds, Nicki Minaj thrives in hip-hop's combative culture. Her online feuds boost visibility and fan loyalty. It's her authentic style, demanding normalcy, overlooks what makes her a star. If it's tiring, mute and move on. No, she need to stop getting on the internet acting a damn fool. Talking about if it's tiring, mute and move on. How can you when she's sending out messages back to back for days at a time? That's just like when Megan, what song was that Megan had put out? Was it His? The one that had the Megan's Law line in it. That lady stayed online, I want to say, it seemed like and I know it probably wasn't that long, but I know it was hours. On a bench just ranting. This needs to be studied. I ain't lying. And I'm not saying that like in a positive way. Anywho, these fans of hers is just out of control. So back to what happened earlier, I would want to say that started yesterday, I believe, actually. Now it's Nicki, I guess SZA made a post. For some reason, Nicki is into it with SZA's, I think TDE Punch is her former manager, or maybe still is. Anyway, she got something going on with him. SZA put out a tweet. Where is SZA's tweet? Just a second, you guys. Let me get this real quick. I thought I had it up here. Oh, I do got it. Losing my mind. I had looked it up. Something about retrograde or something. Mercury retrograde, which actually starts July 17th. She commented, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, laugh out loud, silly goose. So Nick assumed, because she was going at TDE Punch, she assumed that SZA was coming out defending Punch coming at her. Okay, so then she decides to just go all out. So she decides to put up, just a second. She decides to put this out, well, a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, this was initially. BITCH looking and sounding like she got stung by a F&B, ... Justice for Demori. That's Desiree with Rock Nation. That's her daughter. Now, I don't know what's going on with that, but then she says, go draw your freckles back on, Bookie. Justice for Demori. With hashtag Justice for Demori, hashtag Deposition Perez. Liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like an effing dead dog. They think, and you know what be tripping me out, y'all, is the fact that they think that that's cute. It's like, she think that that's a good look, that people that the bars around there around her, oh, Nicki read them for Phil. Nicki, you look like a plumb idiot. I'm sorry. There is nothing about the way you be out here going off on people, being disrespectful, disrespecting yourself, first of all. Like, you would never be in the presence of women that carry themselves with grace. Put it in your music. Why are we seeing this? And like I said, you are going out sad. This is sad. And then there was something she said about the first clip I had up, you guys, that I'm about to go back to. Doechii. Nicki Minaj mocks Doechii after her monthly listeners dropped on Spotify. This is the 17th female rapper the 43-year-old rapper from Trinidad Tobago has beefed with in the past 8 years. They're all young enough to be her daughters. Girl, what Doechii did you? Probably just hadn't reached out to her, or put her on, or said Nicki Minaj is my favorite, or I got into the industry because Nicki Minaj. She loves for people to say that. As soon as they say, oh, you know, I would like to work with Megan, or I would like to work with Cardi, or I would like to work with Lotto, she starts shading them every single time. Anyway, y'all, I can go on and on and on about this lady. All I can say is do better. Nicki, you will always be iconic, but iconic doesn't mean untouchable. We need to talk about behavior, not just bars. Like, please stop. I pray that everybody stop excusing destruction for the sake of legacy. Like, you even hear people like, even like Joe Budden. It's like that was the first one. The second time that when it was him, it was Joe Budden, Mal, and Rory, she went to their podcast, the Joe Budden podcast, and she cursed him out even further. But that footage was so bad, I couldn't even play that. She was calling him dumb, and I mean, just like, girl, for you to talk to men like that. And another thing, like I said, with the whole situation with it's control with the husband. She claimed that men in the industry were not treating her right. It's the elephant in the room, or should I say the man behind the queen. Y'all, Nicki Minaj didn't just marry anyone. She chose Kenneth Petty, a man with a lengthy criminal record, allegedly, including a conviction for attempted rape and another charge that I'm not gonna say. But here's the real kicker. She doesn't just stand by him. She uses him like he's her enforcer, her attack dog. When men in the industry speak on her behavior, suddenly they've got a problem with Kenny. You know, y'all seen it from Cardi B's team to Offset to YouTubers to bloggers, anybody. You know, I think any man that gives an opinion on the way that she acts and the way she gets on here and cursing grown men out and disrespecting them as soon as they speak up for themselves, then she bringing him to the forefront. Girl, this is just not a good look. I'm sorry. This is no good. Anyway, y'all, I will say again, do better. But drop y'all thoughts in the comments. Has Nicki crossed the line too many times? Or is this the price of being the queen? Thanks for watching. I'm Tylane with Tylane Ducksworth Reviews. Till next time, I'm out. Girl, this is ridiculous. This is sad.